Hi, I'm Charlie Parks. This is my pitch for my final radio project. Start off with this first slide. My idea is to create an afternoon radio programme that takes place either on a Monday or a Friday. That part's really not been decided yet, and the reason is because I'm not certain, because I'll go through with Radio Warrington to see when it best fits in their schedule. The programme will be a general talk and music radio programme, which will include an interview and a feature. And I'll also like to be creating some online visual formats of these features to publish online on social media platforms. Right, so there are two purposes to this project. The first purpose is to inform the audience, and the second purpose is to entertain the audience. This will be done throughout the interview and the feature. I wanted to have like an entertaining take on the interview and not make it serious as like big main interviews, but I'd also like to make sure the audience is being made aware of who the guest is. And the feature is made as like a little quiz, and it informs and entertains. Juicy answers. Anyway, let's go to the next slide, shall we? Because I've mentioned it already. Because I wanted to broadcast this programme on Radio Warrington, which means at some point I'll have to organise a meeting between myself and the station to agree on a date when I'll be creating the radio show. Next slide, we'll go over a few inspiration for this project. The first one is the Radio 1 programme, Dean and Vicky. It's a major inspiration because it's a fun and entertaining radio programme. I enjoy listening to it. I kind of target that same audience, but in a local community radio way. The inspiration also goes alongside my Unit 12 essay, because I concluded that radio does have a future in the digital age and will still be relevant for years to come. And there's another point that came up during my essay about the online content, because a lot of online content now from radio stations is pushing focus towards the station programmes, and from interviews I did, I found out this is the new way to get attention. And I found inspiration also comes from my passion to work in the radio industry in the future, and get more experience would be incredibly useful. Let's move over, because my research, let's go over to that. My research will include a lot of things. To gather information about the audience, I'll do a focus group. I'll conduct this to help me decide what contents I should include in the show, what type of music and that type of stuff. I'll also make a questionnaire to send out to people in the type of audience. This will give me more of an idea of the general audience and their radio listening habits. Following this, I'll get my audience, I'll get a member of my target audience, and I'll create an audience profile just to merely get an idea of what I need to include in the radio programme. And also throughout the unit, I'll be using all this, all the people inside the focus group and the audience profile to really get back feedback from a thing, because why not? Also, I have an existing interview with a guy called Henry Lewis, who's a Radio 1 extra producer, and I'm going to use some of the information he gave me from that to create a successful radio programme. Anyway, there are 3 radio programmes that I'm going to analyse. The first radio programme that I want to analyse is the inspiration. One of the inspirations for this is Dean and Vicky on Radio 1. This show, like I said, has inspired me to create an afternoon radio programme. It also caters to the same target audience, as I said before. Moving over, I've got Panis? I don't know. on Radio X, and also Matt Wilkinson on Hearts. These are both afternoon programmes which I can gather a list of coaching conventions from to create my final product. Next slide, please. There we are. Online content, there we are. So, since I'm creating some online content to go alongside my radio programme, I'll need to take inspiration from other stations that do the same thing. The first stuff I'll be analysing is the call-in segment on the Radio 1 Breakfast Show with Greg James, because it's entertaining, really. This next thing is an interview with Liam Gallagher and John Swire on Radio X, and then finally I'll go look at the Capital's Twitter account to see how they distribute their content. Anyway, next up we have got, playing on the audio, there we are. So the first steps. Throughout this project I'll be conducting experiments throughout the entire project, as I said. It's helped me with creating content for my radio show, it also helped me develop my skills using the equipment, and also after creating this pitch I wanted to make a final proposal with all the ideas I'm using and the final plans for this project. In the next week, I'll be starting to create my radio show analysis. This will be where I analyse 3 different radio programmes, I mentioned that previously, and I will be, since I'm away for a week, after that I will return the following week with to analyse online contents, which will lead to me creating a list of codes and conventions. After creating a list of codes and conventions, I'll do some research into radio programming and its online contents. This will give me more information on what that can help me when planning my radio program. I'm also planning on finishing this week by sending out my questionnaire. This gives me 2 days to get responses, and in the next week I'll be conducting my focus group. Since I'll be out of college, I'll do this via a video call or an audio call. This will lead to me analysing my questionnaire, responses, also getting the responses from the focus group. Following the focus group, I'll make an audience profile for my target audience members, and then I'll evaluate my research in the end. Next slide, whoop whoop. Right, so moving on from that, it is it's the production stage, right? So in the production stage, this will be like kind of like go to create. It's not, is it? No, it's not. Oh god. Okay, that's like I make the original proposal, and then I'll make the risk assessment, a production schedule, plan the concepts, and also make a run order, which ends that week. In the next week, I'll write scripts to the radio program, and then I'll get feedback from my audience on my planning, which I'll evaluate in my planning evaluation. Next slide. Right, we're up to this next slide here. Next week, I'm planning to move into production and post-production of this unit, where I'll be preparing music and sound effects, which I'll include in the radio program. This also includes the music beds, which will be used at certain moments throughout the radio show. I'll then move on to recording and editing my jingle, then I'll get my audience feedback on it. Following that, I'll want to create the features that'll be included in the show, and I'll be pre-recording movements like music, cutaways, sound effects, just make it more appealing to the audience. After creating these features, I'll get feedback from my target audience. Speaking of this, right, then finally after the production stage, I'll conduct my radio show. I'll put everything that I've already made into one place to create the final product. Following the show, I will get feedback from my target audience, what they like, what they didn't like, and it'll help me write my production evaluation. Right, to finish everything off, I'll do one last evaluation of the entire unit, and that'll be done. Here's a look at my Gantt chart here, just kind of like lays out where I'm doing stuff, what I'm doing, and everything else. Anyway, that is the pitch. Thank you very much. Ta-ra.